Yeah, hey everybody, this is Ian from mindfulmarketplace.com. And in this really quick and somewhat embarrassing video, I'm going to show you a couple things. One, that I have way too many tabs open, as always, on my browser. And two, that my desktop is still an absolute disaster, right? But more important than that, I want to show you how quickly you can turn your audios into YouTube videos that it really makes it incredibly easy to repurpose your content like a rock star, right? So the closest that I'm going to get to being a rock star is in how I repurpose my content, unfortunately, but I'm going to show you that process here. So I just a moment ago recorded an audio using the Anchor app. It's free. I've mentioned this many times before, but I use the Anchor podcast app as a content studio, a personal content studio of or for one, and that one is me. Right. So I'm not using it to podcast with others or to record these sophisticated anythings. I'm just simply generating ideas for myself, taking, you know, audio that I'm recording for my community, for clients, ideas that will pop into my skull that I want to share with people, often, client communities and people who I'm working with that I have an idea for. And then I will either do one of two things with it, often both, actually, but I will upload it to Transcribely, which will then transcribe that into written text, right? So I have a text output that I can then convert into a PDF or clean up and email to that client rather than just send them a recording. If you've worked with me in the past, you'll probably recognize that I will send audios. I mean, I will often just send an audio to a client that I've recorded for them based on some sort of inspired, or at least I think inspired idea that kind of came into my brain at some point of the day. But in this quick demo, I'm just going to show you how to take an audio that was recorded for my larger community, right? And then so this is actually an email that's going out to my entire audience, or at least a segment of my email audience in about a half hour. And then I'm going to drag that. Oh, not that one. I'm trying not to show you too much of my disastrous. This is terrible, right? This is like almost hideous. Like I probably shouldn't be doing this. This is why you gotta stay organized. There it is. Because if I was organized, I would have known it was there, and I would have saved myself having to pull back to reveal on just how completely clusterfuck my desktop is. All right, so we're gonna actually choose. This is the Headliner app, and we're gonna take this audio, which I just recorded on the Anchor app. It may actually, I don't remember. Let's see something really quickly. I don't remember if it will kick this back or have to. Yeah, I'm going to actually have to convert this into an MP3, and I'm just going to do that by changing the file name. It's not really a conversion, I'm just changing the file name so that Headliner will take it. This is certainly not my expertise, so there's probably people who know a better way of doing this than I do, but that's pretty damn simple, right? So now I'm just going to drag this file, this recording that I just made on Anchor, that I'm going to be posting to my newsletter list. And then I'm going to choose a size, right? So I'm going to make this, I'm going to keep the size these dimensions, but obviously contingent upon which platform or which format is most appropriate for your needs, you would do that. I'm going to add an image. And all of this is completely, I'm just going to choose that one. I mean, I just got such a mess of shit that I don't want to spend too much time showing that off to the world. All right, we're going to crop that. Not really. And now we're just going to export this. All right, so essentially I just took an audio that I recorded on Anchor.fm, which is a free app. Again, I think it's owned by Spotify now, but Anchor has been around for a couple of years. It's a really sweet, it's literally like having a recording studio on your phone. And I downloaded that audio. I am, then uploading it to Headliner, which is this here. And Headliner is also free. And then I'm going to convert that, which is what you're seeing now in front of you, into a video that I will then upload to YouTube, which will exponentially increase my ability to reach new people. Especially if you add a little bit of, content optimization to that video in terms of the search engine, friendly text, keyword title, et cetera, et cetera. And this is just generally a process that allows any of us to. There was an error creating our video. Well, that's not good because that makes this whole thing look like it didn't work, right? So let's go back and do that again, because I would not want you to think I was giving you advice that didn't work. Just going to repeat the whole process. And I've done this a zillion and 20 times, so I know it does work. But I know that you don't know that, so let's prove it. Let's get rid of this message here. And then what ultimately should happen is we should get a message from Headliner within our backend here saying they will email us the completed file once it is ready to download. And then essentially once you have that downloadable video, you're just going to upload it to YouTube. I will tell you, just another way that I will actually make even further repurposed use of that same video is I'll upload it to a second channel. So I'll change the picture that I associate with that, or the thumbnail for YouTube, and then I'll change the text, and I may even change the beginning and end of the video itself, because YouTube doesn't want you obviously using the same video multiple times on multiple channels. So I'll make very modest alterations, and again, I've never had a problem. I'll use that a second time, and it will generate a second stream of secondary traffic to whatever it is that I am promoting, or even if it's just my own newsletter or community. Okie doke. So we're going to wait just to make sure this works, so I don't look like I gave you bad advice. This just gives you more time to look at the just ridiculous amount of tabs I have open and the just avalanche of ugliness that is my desktop. We can make some small talk here. I could be quiet, which is not a strong suit. I could count my breath. Usually this is a little bit quicker, but this particular audio is a little bit longer than generally I would upload. Excuse me. There you go. So your video will render in a few hours. We'll send you an email when it's ready. You may leave or close this window. And generally, in my experience, while they do say a few hours, it's generally for audio of this length, no more than 20 minutes or so until I get that video to download. Okie doke. I hope this has been helpful for you, and I hope you can incorporate this approach to repurposing your own content and building your brand. Okay, again, Ian from mindfulmarketplace.com. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful day.